What's up, YouTube? It's your boy AP. Today I'm going to go over some relatively budget chase upgrades that help push our damage on Yuga 2 mind control into the billions. And this is going to help bridge the gap between T7 and T8 maps because that jump in difficulty is huge. Also, this is the first video which will have a pro build link, so you can follow along directly in-game if you'd like. Okay, so first of all, what do I even mean by a budget upgrade? In the last video, we were basically on free self-crafted gearing, and if that's your point of progression, you should refer to that. That's focused on farming T7s. These upgrades are going to be the next step in progression, and they're going to cost real currency, not crazy endgame prices, but also not free. Most of these will range from 4 to 20 FE each, which means they'll take a little bit of time to farm, and every single upgrade in this video is a massive power spike that you're going to feel immediately. The goal here is to give you guys focus and direction as you start collecting your first real endgame bits of currency, so you're not wasting the FE on questionable decisions. All right, let's hop in game and go over some of the craziest budget DPS boosts we've got available right now. We're going to start things off with the craziest damage boost, and it should be illegal not to do this tech because it is just so crazy for so cheap. And this is something on our passive tree. So on my Lich passive tree, I have socketed in a prism. This prism cost me 10 FE, and it has the line 1% additional damage per 5% movement speed. So that is a more multiplier for damage, a very big increase in damage. But you don't actually even need to have this. You could buy the cheapest prism for even less than 10 FE and simply socket it in right here. So you'd go to install prism once you buy one, socket it in on this node, and you're essentially buying back 6 passive points for this low cost of whatever you end up paying, because the node after this is +1 to all skill levels, which is crazy. People will even waste 6 passive points to get there. And why do I say they're wasting passive points? Because these 3 nodes are terrible. It's 9% damage times 3, absolute garbage use of points. And the points under this are even more questionable. You can't see it right here, but these 3 points give you cast speed. Now, what does cast speed do for mind control? It does not scale your defense. It does not scale your damage. It simply increases the speed at which your damage ramps up to maximum. And I don't think this is too useful. It's definitely not worth 6 points, but we'll take them to get this. So buy back your 6 passive points, put them anywhere you'd like. Crazy value. You have to do this. It's insane that not everyone is doing this right now. Next up, we're going to be touching mostly on gearing. So Twilight Vestment, this is a really budget body armor. It's around 4 FE right now, and it does a lot of good things. It gives us quite a bit of energy shield. We get some damage through the +1 active, but the really nice thing is when reaping, energy shield starts immediately. We are constantly reaping, which means we don't have to sit through the 2-second delay to start healing our energy shield. But that's not it. We actually have more synergy with this because I am using a special Pedigree of the Gods that have Subtle Impact. So Subtle Impact, Blur gains an additional 25% more damage when you have it. And we actually get Blur with this node when your energy shield starts to charge. And it is always starting to charge with that body armor. So you're getting this massive multiplier to damage. Now, you do have to buy this to get the full synergies here. So how much does a Subtle Impact Pedigree cost? It costs, let's just say 10 FE. So 14 FE total for this nice synergistic package, and that's definitely worth doing. Next up on the priority list is Hekate's Vision. This costs around 10 FE, and it's just a really nice damage boost. 20% more multiplier to cursed enemies. All of our enemies are cursed. And there's also the defensive boost of less damage taken from cursed enemies. So when we take this off, I can just demo it. We're sitting at tooltip 19 million, survival 27. See, very big defense and offensive boost. All right. Next up is the King's Boon boots. These are getting fairly cheap. I would recommend getting one with high movement speed because this is pretty important for the build, and also you want a decent roll to the damage taken. So you can expect to pay 10 to 15 FE for a decent pair of boots. And again, we are looking for the stats additional damage taken to be hopefully negative or very low amounts of positive, and then a high amount of movement speed. Next up is going to be the most expensive item on this list, which would be Traceless Pain. And for this gives us another source of reap, although it is less, you're getting it less often than on the scepters. This range is 2 to 5 seconds. I would recommend buying one with 2 on that range. This is by far the most important stat. So if you just get the cheapest Traceless Pain, it's 18. And checking too frequently, it's going to be a little bit more expensive for this one. But it's like between 20 and 30. And this is a stretch goal. You can get, you know, damage over time, great. Skill effect duration is very nice. And yeah, it's just a DPS ring. And the final upgrade I want to talk about is False God Skin. And this is just a nice damage amulet. You could go for intelligence for 4 levels. This costs 11. Now mine is actually kind of disgusting because I have 3 of this stat. But you don't have to get so much of it. It's just like a little bit better, and I was able to get one. So this is around 10 FE, as you saw. And if you want to go cheaper, Decaying Blessing, I think I mentioned this in a previous video. It is less damage, but it is basically free. So these are your options. I would recommend getting a False Gods with just 2 good rolls. These drop in price as well. These are pretty common. So, you know, this is the final priority list. And yeah, all of these small things will drastically improve your damage. All right, relatively short video. And also I have a build code to share for you guys. We'll have this in the pinned comment. You can simply copy paste this into quick builds, enter build code, and then you'll be able to follow my character as it is right now. All right, I'll see you guys live on Twitch. Take care.